Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making dinner for my husband before he comes home. I'm making my rendition of pepper steak. These are some of the items that you're going to need. Right now I have 2 cups of jasmine rice, and then I picked some of my favorite thin steaks, and then I have some baby portobello mushrooms that I went ahead and sliced. I have my green bell pepper, my red bell pepper, and my yellow bell pepper, and then I also have my sweet onion, and I have flour, and I have butter. I also right now have 3 cups of boiling water for my jasmine rice with salt and butter in it, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by chopping up my peppers and onions. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is go ahead and take my 2 cups of jasmine rice that I have measured out and add it to my 3 cups of water with butter and salt. And then once it's on, I go ahead and give it a stir. And once it comes back to a boil, then I will go ahead and put the lid on it and let it steam up. Once the water is evaporated, I will cut the eye off and go ahead and let it finish steaming up. Okay, so I did go ahead and put a little bit of oil in the skillet, so that way I can go ahead and get my my peppers that I cut up, and I will also be putting my onions in, but not right away. I'll be doing the peppers first, and then and my mushrooms will go in after I finish starting to brown my steak meat. But as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and take my peppers and transport them to my skillet with the oil. See, it's all in that sizzle. Once you sizzle, you know you got something happening here. Okay, see that? Gonna get my peppers going. Yep, it's looking good. Starting to fry up. And you know, don't want to overdo them because they're also going to be going into the gravy that I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and alright, so now I went ahead and I'm still adding my peppers. You want plenty of peppers because it is pepper steak after all. And then I am going to go ahead and give that a quick, go so that it can start the aromas, and I'll be adding my onions shortly. Alright, so my rice has come to a boil, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the eye down and put my lid on so it steams the rest of the way. My peppers are still going, getting a nice, I turned them on to medium low, so that I'm going to turn them up in a minute so they can get done a little faster, but you don't want to cook them too fast or even overcook them, because you want them to be just slightly soft. You don't want them to be overly, soft. So I got that started. Okay, so in the meantime, while I have my rice cooking and I have my peppers going, I still haven't added the onions yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and season my steak so it'll have time to marinate in there. I'm going to put some of my favorite garlic powder. Okay. And, I'm an eyeball seasoner. Eventually I'll measure for you if you'd like, but I pretty much like to eyeball. My favorite Montreal steak seasoning. Don't want to overdo it because you don't want it to overpower anything. Okay, and then my favorite onion powder. Okay, then I am going to add a little bit of salt, just a hint, and pepper, plenty of it. And I usually use fresh cracked black pepper, but we'll use that later when we are getting into the gravy portion of it. Okay, and then my last, seasoning is going to be my favorite broth base. It's a beef broth seasoning, and just a pinch to give it an extra boost of beef flavor, because you want to make sure that, that you're going to have that really nice beef flavor. Okay, just a little bit, don't need a lot. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed up and let it marinate. And soon I'll be adding my onions to my peppers. And once that's ready, I'm going to take it out. And then we're going to start cooking the steak. Once the steak is done, I will cook the mushrooms and take the steak out and give it a nice chop after it's rested a moment. While it's resting, I'll be making my gravy. So let me go ahead and get this mixed up. Okay, so my peppers are starting to get a little bit translucent in color. So now it's time to go ahead and add my onions. Onions cook a lot faster than peppers do, so you want to make sure that And the reason I'm cooking my mushrooms after the steak is because I want it to be infused with the steak flavor. Okay. Now, once my onions get translucent, then I'm going to get my steak on in here. So, right now, my rice has absorbed all the water, so I'm going to leave the lid on and let it steam the rest of the way. Okay? Now that's the secret to perfect rice there. You don't stir it, keep stirring it and keep mixing it, because it just won't turn out the way it's supposed to. But jasmine rice has a beautiful aroma. It's very good. And by the way, I want you all to know that the name of these installment and cooking tutorials is Bree and Trustee in the Kitchen. So my husband and I both love to cook, and we'll be doing some stuff together as well. So now I'm just going to let these go ahead and start cooking down. Looking and smelling good already.